for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to round 4 of the season 2025B Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated OzOVals V8 Supercar Series. Brought to you by our other sponsors, TWR Setups, 131 Web Radio Network, and Inside Lane Productions. Kobe Jordan in behind the cameras and back in the booth tonight. Joining me is James Watson. How you going, James?
Oh, going all right. I can't wait to see another real great race here at Charlotte. Honestly, one of the better mile and a halfs here. So I think that tonight's race will be absolutely another barn burner.
Yeah, definitely. We had a good race last week at Daytona for round 3. You missed out on that one. We had some 4-wide action at the finish there, which Gary Wellman sealed the deal for the win. The elbows are out everywhere, and Ryan Barber came from nowhere for a second place finish, and Ruben Phelps came home with third spot on the podium. But as you said, we are at Charlotte tonight, 1.5 miles, 100 laps, 50% fuel load, and 4 sets of tyres. The boys just finishing up their practice at the moment. The 1-9 boys looking pretty fast tonight, so they're going to be ones to look out for. Sim boys as usual. Then you got a mix from the Southern Stars and SRM boys in there, so bit of a mix going down the field. So should be a good race there from the teams. We'll just bring up the top 10 standings for our championships at the moment, and Ruben Phelps is sitting on top there, 6-point lead over Gary Wellman, and Troy Davidson only 1 point behind for your 3. Braden Sagas tied with Nicholas Walsh after he had the I think it was disconnect last week, so a little bit unfortunate there for Braden, which dropped him back in the points. Nicholas Walsh tied up with Braden at the moment. Craig Roffey in 6th, Ryan Barber 7th, Kate Donnelly and Tony Roffey there in 8th, and Chris Bleakley in 10th. But, just rolling over now into qualifying. So we've got Wade Sheedy there, I think, just heading out on track at the moment to start off the qualifying session. So, James, last week, I think you were at Indy, were you?
That I was, for my 5th trip to the Speedway in a row, and it was a absolutely fantastic time.
5 in a row, eh? 5 years.
Yep.
Pretty good feat there. I know my uncle used to go over for things like Brickyard 400 and stuff like that back in the days, and went and watched some of that stuff. But not for a long time, so maybe we should all plan for a boys' trip one year.
Absolutely. I can't recommend the 500 enough. Every time you walk into the gates of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, you're just immediately punched in the face with history.
Nice. Well, maybe we can get an OzOVals bloody group trip going or something one year, and the Aussies can come and raid the US, make a trip of it. But we are in qualifying at the moment, so just almost halfway through, and once again looking at those times there, the 1-9 boys. So Lachlan Purvis sitting on top with Braden Sagas. Some quick times there for those boys. And we've got some new drivers joining us tonight as well. So Colin Bennett, who had a bit of a run against him in the trucks on Friday night, and Jason Tiemann. Excuse me if I got that one wrong. Tiemann. And I think they're joining the Platinum boys. So that would be Troy Mortensen, Wade Sheedy. So a couple extra drivers there for their team. So it'll be good to see how they go tonight on their debut races. Once again, Lachlan and Braden sitting at top there for 1-9, and went faster their second lap, another 10th faster. Troy Davidson couldn't quite make it into the 31.5s, but almost there. Perry Nastakis up there as well. Kate Donnelly just jumped up. Nice fast run there, coming in third. But we'll let the boys finish off their qualifying. Still got about half the field to go, or just under half. And let those times roll in. We'll go through our starting grid in just under a minute and a half, and we'll be back with you then.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight for round 4 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The results are in, and it looks like Tom Pritchard's with a blinder, 31.4. Only driver in the 31.4s there to take pole. Lachlan Purvis alongside on the front row. Andy Barber as well jumping up there into a third with Ruben Phelps in fourth. Braden Sagerser and Cade Donnelly on the third row. Troy Davidson, Parry Anastakis the fourth row. Gary Wellman and Scott McClintock the fifth row.
And on row 6, we have the reigning champion, Craig Roffey, and the 222 of Nicholas Walsh. Row 7 features the 3 of Adam Malone and the 16 of Todd Maxfield. Shannon Wright in the 023 and Wade Sheedy in the 03 on row 8. Kim Roffey in the 099 and Shane Roffey in the 61 occupy row 9. Rounding out the top 20 is Ryan Barber in the 05 and the 173 of Peter Matson. Tony Roffey in the 85 and Rick Vincent on row 11. Matty Raymond in the 80 and Derek Jacobs in the 27 on row 12. Jason Tyerman in the 82 and Troy Mortensen in the 83 on row 13. And rounding out the field is Colin Bennett in the 342.
Well, looks like Southern Stars came to play in that qualifying towards the end there. So nice
No
pole
kidding.
there for Tom Pritchard. And Andy Barber jumping up, Ruben Phelps jumping up. So thought the 1-9 boys might have had that locked in for the front row, but a little bit of a surprise there for us.
Yeah, Tom came in with an absolute heater, and I believe that at least since I've been around in the booth, I believe this is Tom's first pole.
I'd probably say that would be right for this season anyway. I'm not sure if he had one last season, or I know he didn't race too much last season, but I'm not sure if he did have a pole last season or not. I can't recall on that one, but nonetheless, good job there. And making our way around at the moment, but everyone that
Oh, wait, what in the world? We got a wreck in the back.
That's Rick Vincent there, and sure.
What?
I don't know if we can maybe delay that start for a lap, but
I don't think we'll be able to. Well, you hope that they can catch up. It's gonna be close. Oh man, I think. Yeah, I think Rick Vincent lost his nose.
And we're away green, so unfortunate start there. Rick Vincent, a lot of damage on the front of that car before we've even gone green. So we'll get underway with this and see if we can catch a replay in just a moment and a couple of laps. But things looking very lively at the front already.
Yeah,
Andy
something
Barber.
tells me this isn't going to be a very orderly race.
Well, I think things were quite wild in practice as well, from what I heard on the comms there.
Oh, someone in the wall already. This green car. I couldn't quite make it out who it was. It was Craig. This is
This is the replay for the green, but
Yeah.
before that, so we'll see what happened here with Craig Roffey. So,
It
looks like he
looks
just
like
didn't
he-
turned that.
Yeah, he just got behind on his turning and yeah. Oh,
And a bit of an elbow there as well from Scott McClintock coming through.
yeah. How strange. That's not something you expect Craig Roffey of all people to do. That's a yeah.
Yeah, probably
Man.
something else going on there, and nonetheless, looked like Shane Roffey just giving the wall a bit of a rub as well out of the corner then. So,
Man, we're only like 3 laps in. We're on lap 4 and already feels like this race is on acid.
okay, Donnelly going for the under there on Andy Barber. Looking to try and get a nice run up the inside on Tom Pritchard as well. He's going straight to the front.
Yeah, no waiting around on that one.
Nice move there. So, I wonder if there's a little bit of fuel saving already coming out for some of the boys perhaps, but now Andy Barber up the inside, so Cade's done his lap lead and already relinquished that lead.
Yeah. He got the lap lead, was like, done!
Lock in those bonus points early and just fall back again. Let someone else take the reins of the race. 3 wide in the back there
Oy.
almost. Oof, Todd Maxfield there.
Yeah, I think you're right about that one, Sarah.
You can see
And,
the background
yeah.
there, the
Yeah.
bumper on Rick Vincent's car, so he's still managing to keep up with the pack. He's still on the back there.
Yeah, look at that. He's got that wheel and modified there, right up in the draft.
Wow, with that roll bar on the front there, he could just drive through everyone, just push everyone out of his way now.
Right?
7 laps in and a bit of a spicy start for us this week. So we've already had 2 lead changes. It'll be Tom Pritchard and Cade Donnelly for the single lap. Now Andy Barber. As well at the front. Got some pretty good pack racing there just behind the leaders. As the front sort of just starting to go single file, but at the back we've still got some side-by-side action. A bit further back from your top 10. Ryan Barber there on screen. Had a good run with him on Friday. Just pipped me.
Yeah, interesting how we're kind of starting to single file out for the most part. Although, of course, now that I point that out, we're starting to get double file and almost 3 wide.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll all merge like a zip in the coming laps and start running one line, or if we'll continue to have that double line at the back there of the top 10. So it'll definitely make things harder for that group trying to make some distance running double wide when the front's running single.
Also, you can see with the Shane Roffey's car that the Rogue Sim Sports has really changed up their looks for tonight's race. Significantly different liveries there for all the Rogue cars.
Yeah, I think they've got their sponsor.
Oh, no!
That looks like Peter Madsen, I think, in the background.
Yep.
Just getting spun, and our first caution comes out, lap 11. So a nice save there from Peter Madsen, though. Just a nice 360 spin and managed to keep going.
He got turned into the inside wall and didn't actually hit it. And, yeah, just both cars just kind of came together. Whoa. Just a little kiss. All things considered, though, that is a hell of a lot better than what we were expecting.
Oh, yes. And you might have dodged a bullet on that one with the damage. But, that's our first caution for the night at Charlotte. So see if anyone decides to go through pit road. Looks like Kay Donnelly there in the background sucking in. Everyone following in. So Andy Barber, Tom Pritchard, and then Ryan Barber staying out. So Ryan Barber will get a nice jump towards the front of the pack. But Southern Stars choosing a different strategy here.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Well, it looks like Andy Barber wants to be the pace car too.
And one person that's really thankful for this caution is Rick Vincent. Hopefully they can slap a new front bumper on that thing.
Yeah, definitely looks like Peter Madsen opting to stay out as well after that spin. So just get out of that traffic jam at the back there and make up a few spots.
I don't know if that's a good decision, though, because, he escaped with minimal damage, but he still got some. And especially since it's on the left front corner, I would at least like to get that checked out, because that aero damage probably will cost him, but what do I really know?
Well, it didn't cost Rick Vincent with no bumper, as you can see there. It's now back on the car, and they're just molding it to shape to fit the front of his car again, but getting a bit of damage fixed up there. Hopefully that'll put him back into the race. But for everyone that runs the leagues, the OzOVals leagues on Sunday night, the Southern Trucks on Friday night, and the Arca Sparks on Saturday night. Kobe Jordan made up some stickers there, so if you want to support the leagues that you run in, hit up Kobe Jordan there about the stickers, and can purchase those, I believe. So you can chuck them on your computer or on the window of your car or whatever you want to do with them.
Bathroom at your favorite pub. I hate myself for doing that.
We could just start pinning them up in the toilet. Yeah, we won't go there with that one.
If you didn't know any better, you'd swear I spent all night at the pub. Anyways.
Well, pace car lights are off, and Andy Barber going to be bringing us to green this time round. Tom Pritchard alongside Ryan Barber in behind. I think everyone would have probably just taken a splash of fuel. It would have been too early for a tyre set yet, so the rest of the field's going to be able to run a few extra laps on the rest of the front four. Not a good start there for Peter Madsen, looking a bit loose on that restart. Southern Stars getting a nice jump.
Wasn't all that great of a restart for Pritchard either.
Oh, we got spin in the background.
I think it's Blakely.
Braden Sagas, is it? Purvis, Lachlan Purvis. And his bumper's on the fence as well.
And no caution.
No caution. Oh, now there's going to be one, I think. He just spun trying to get back on the track. And we still don't have a caution. That's going to be very surprising. We'll just have another quick look as he tries to rejoin the track, but we skipped off that too early.
Yeah. Similar incident to what brought out the first caution earlier. They just kind of got together a little bit down the straightaway.
Straight back into the wall again. And
and he got stuck.
Oof.
He got stuck in the inside safer barrier and had to tow.
It's really unfortunate there, and a lot of pace in that car as we saw him practice in qualifying. The show goes on though. I'm surprised that no caution did come out from that, trying to rejoin on the track and facing the wrong way as well, sort of half on the track. So would have thought that caution flag would have flown, but
nah, not with no one anywhere near around him. If we still had another car or two in the vicinity, we definitely would have got a caution, but since it was just him all by himself on the back straightaway, race control was like, race on.
Now we got Ruben Phelps there with Troy Davidson, Adam Malone. A bit of a battle going on there. Nicholas Walsh going for a move. The inside as well. I think that's Kim Roffey. These new paints are going to throw us in the works.
It also doesn't help that it's really hard to see Kim's number with the black on purple. I have poor eyesight. Cut me some slack.
I think something
I
just
think that's
happened there.
pretty obvious at this point.
Kate Donnelly
Yeah.
there. Let's just go back to a replay on this one. Kate Donnelly, Braden Sagas having a little bit of a moment there. Ooh.
Wow. Oh!
Into the wall. Oof. Might have been a little bit of a check-up, slow down in front. He had sort of nowhere to go, and then just got driven straight through as well.
Yeah, you know Kate's probably not happy about that one.
No, that's why I knew. Yeah, the comms lit up quick on that one. Going back, still too wide, a bit further back in the race.
See,
there. So.
Sarah understands my plight. Get roasted by Kobe. No one can even hear it. Things I put up with around here.
Surprised that we have this sort of single car train for the sort of top 10ish, and then further back we got the two lines still running.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more. Oh, now we had to open our mouths. Here we go, three wide. Oh no!
It's almost turning into a no bars hold match at Charlotte tonight. Anything's going on here. And we got a caution. Yellow flags out.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Maxfield backwards in the wall.
Yeah, I saw the Mustang lights.
We'll chuck that to a replay and have a look what brought that caution out. Ooh, bit of a bump there from Braden. And around she goes.
Oh,
And into Troy Davidson too and his teammate. So,
honestly, I don't think the damage is that bad. Like, for what happened, that's as square of a hit as you're gonna get. But yeah, pretty spicy last couple laps for the 116.
Looks like all the Sim boys have a target on their back for the 116 tonight.
Apparently.
This time around, we'll see the Barbers and Tom Pritchard and the rest of the field come through pit lane. Looks like Lachlan Purvis staying out to... Yeah, probably be the lucky dog there, I'd say.
Yep. He'll only be 7 laps down.
Well, we might go to a quick ad break where we've got a caution and we'll come back with you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight for round 4 of the Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated OzOVals V8 Supercar Series. And I think that's our second caution for the night now. So 2 cautions in the quarter of the race. So hopefully we can go green flag now, get a nice run. Bit of a leader change again through those pit stops under caution. So Braden Sags has moved himself to the front and it's going to be leading us to green. Ruben Phelps alongside. So that extra fuel load for Southern Stars pushed them back a little bit in the middle of the field. So pace car lights are off. We'll be going green in just a moment. Back for some more racing action. And there it goes. Braden Sags, a nice little jump there. Troy Davidson getting a good run as well on that restart. Getting the run over Ruben Phelps.
He got shot out of a cannon as we see Adam Malone and his internet once again not agreeing with him with a couple blinks right there.
That's the usual. If you've raced with Adam, you tend to give him a little bit of a distance gap sometimes for that. But usually it's not too bad. You still know where he is, where he pops up. Rick Vincent there looks like he's up a few spots now on the mix of it as well.
Yeah, you imagine he was able to get that 94 completely repaired thanks to that last caution. And he's already showing that that thing still has plenty of speed left in it.
Tony Roffey just looking out the back of it at the moment, so got his teammate there at the moment. Pritchard trying to make a move on Wade Sheedy at the moment. Trying to get up the inside there, not quite able to. Nicholas Walsh around the outside on one of the barbers. Couldn't quite get that done either. A little bit hard to pass. So one of the barbers making a move on each other at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that Andy on the inside there, Ryan? Adam Malone just in front of them as well. So going almost, thought we were going to go 3 wide with teammates then. But, not quite. So Adam just sticking up on the high side there, letting the barbers through.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem the usual pace there, James, from Adam Malone tonight. Maybe he's just having a bit of a cruisy race at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are having a bit of a cruise right now. Like, even for what we've seen so far, it still feels a bit calm. Calmer than what we were anticipating and calmer from what we've seen in recent races. Although most every time we try to point that out tonight, they immediately go 3 wide, and well, they're not quite doing that right now, but we are seeing a few positions start to be changed again as Andy makes his way up to the top 3.
Well, you know why it's calm, James? Silence. He's left me hanging.
I was waiting for you to finish it.
Well, I just wanted to rope you in there, but you obviously knew what I was going to say, the calm before the storm. Kobe got that one in the background.
Yeah, I didn't want to take your thunder.
Well, we've 7 laps green flag so far since your last caution. So Braden Sagas is still up the front there. Troy Davidson under fire from Andy Barber at the moment. Looks like he almost run that wide, and Andy's going to get up alongside him.
Yeah, the 2 Barbers, they are not letting that track position loss get them down. They are already on the verge of getting back to the front. Or getting back to the front of the pack, rather. And I think Purvis might have called it a night because he's now even more laps down.
I don't know if we can go to replay on that one from Andy Barber. That was a nice little inside cut on the start line there to get a real good run on Braden for that move. Just have a look at this one, James. A little bit forward on that, so he's already alongside him. Missed that on the replay. They really set up that corner here, coming out of turn 4. dove straight to the inside there to get up.
Yeah, it's a nice move. Probably got a 1x for that, but I think he's alright taking the off track.
Now we got Ryan Barber going for the inside as well on Braden. Definitely a good night for the Barbers at the moment. We don't want to put the commentator's curse on that one. They're having a real good run tonight.
Yeah, awesome night for the Southern Stars as a whole, honestly. Like, they got several cars up in the top 10 right now, not just the Barbers.
Well, I would say shout out to RJ, but the chat's been a bit quiet tonight as well. So only Sarah in the background there having a couple of chats. Maybe my company in the booth with you, James, isn't all that nice. Sarah's keeping you company as well.
Oh, big move right there. Oh!
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, 16 didn't like that one.
Tom Pritchard looking for that move, and then Ruben Phelps in front going for the same, but couldn't quite get that run, and that's gave Todd Maxfield the push on Tom, and he's going to get that position almost. Making that inside work, going to get up along, didn't quite get up alongside Ruben, but into the corner he might. That's all right, Sarah. Next week we can give you a mic and you can jump in the booth. Talk as much as you like. Troy Davidson now up the inside of Ruben Phelps there. He's starting to come a bit alive at the front here.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's saving anymore at this point.
If that was a little bit of a wall rub there for Phelps. Saw a little bit of a puff of smoke come off the wall.
There's Kay Donnelly on the comeback train. It's like he might have got all of his damage fixed from the incident with Sagasser earlier. He's right there back up in the mix.
Well, ask and you shall receive. Good evening, RJ. Thanks for tuning in. And got the Barbers up the front there. They're having a nice little run. We'll go through some extra shout-outs. So, TWR setups. If you need any setups for racing, then there's a code on screen there, WhatSpin39. So if you go over to TWR Setups website and chuck that code in, you can get a 10% discount on iRacing setups. Okay, Donnelly's still on the move forward. Looks like he's going to try and get around his teammate Troy Davidson, Ruben Phelps as well in his line of sight. Todd Maxfield trying to get around Braden at the moment, but it's a little bit of a hard task trying to pass at the front at the moment.
And I tell you, Kay's been doing a really good job of wrapping that line. The inside line here at Charlotte, it's interesting. You know, the paint, that white and blue line, it acts as a grip strip of sorts. Like when you hit it right, you really feel your car really start to grip up and rotate through the corner. It's almost uncomfortable because you're not expecting that much grip, so you're almost kind of tricking yourself into thinking you're on the apron. Whoa! Ooh! Oh man,
Almost a big return serve there.
yeah.
Todd Maxfield into the back of Braden Sager through turn 3.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think any of the Sim boys are gonna cut the 116 any slack.
Have a look at this. Rick Vincent turning up to play now.
Into the
He's
top
making
10.
his way through. So
He started in a modified, and here he is knocking on the door of the top 5 even. Ooh.
thought we were going to get a Sim Boys sandwich there for Braden almost. Tom Maxfield in the wall coming in.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about the grip strip. Braden just went straight to the apron on that one, and it shot that Camaro straight up.
At some stage, we had Ryan Barber take the lead off Andy Barber, so didn't even notice that one. Two cars that looked the same, and just caught the glimpse of the number, so I was like, oh, okay, Ryan's at the front now. Ruben Phelps, a little bit of concern there on everything happening in front of him. So
I don't
trying
blame
to get
him.
everyone to chill down a bit, I think.
Yeah,
it's racing.
I don't know. I'm just as nervous as him watching all this.
I mean, that's racing, isn't it? If you're just gonna take it easy, it's not really racing, is it? That's just sitting there doing circles.
Yeah, but if you're not screaming in terror, are you really racing? I don't think so.
So you should be leaning over the steering wheel, shouting abuse into the monitor, and
hey, you drive your way, I'll drive my way. As we see a big hit on the wall for Matty Raymond.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not looking over your shoulder, flipping someone off, and then suddenly you're in the fence.
Why do I feel like you're speaking from experience there?
Not quite. Now, what are we now? We're over halfway now through this race, lap 53. So last caution was at 27-ish. So we're coming up 30 odd laps. So we should be seeing a green flag pit stop coming soon, I think, if we can keep this up.
Yeah, we already got one
through pit lane.
Yeah, already got one. Yeah, that's the thing about these early cautions.
Ruben Phelps to the side of Todd Maxfield there.
Oh no! I think is that Shannon Wright who almost looped it? I think Shannon got the bump.
Bit of oil on pit lane exit there.
There's a bump like right in that general area. It's nasty. You gotta be basically tiptoeing your way out of pit exit right there, because as you see, if you hit it, it usually doesn't end well. And honestly, that was an incredible save from Shannon Wright to keep it mostly pointed in the... Oh no! Ooh. Gonna say keeping it pointed in the right direction, and Sagasser was almost pointed in the wrong direction.
He'll be definitely using that rear view mirror with Cade Dolly in his back bumper.
Yeah, I think Cade might have the earlier incident on his mind, and he's letting Sagasser know that he does in fact remember that incident. If I was Braden, I would be very terrified right now.
Nice move there for Phelps, parting the Barbers. Andy Barber taking back the lead of the race from Ryan, and Ruben Phelps just putting the wedge between them at the moment. Rick Vincent looking for his top 5 at the moment.
Oh, Ruben's not done. He's going for the lead now.
Well, things a little bit sketchy in behind. Push, Cade's pushing through that corner. Phelps
Sketchy
definitely wants to get clear of that.
Yeah, sketchy doesn't even begin to describe it right now.
It's given Rick Vincent the run still hanging up on the outside there though, so he's going to lose out through the corner there.
Oh! One of the Barbers hard into the wall. I think
It's
I
Andy.
can't tell Andy. And he might be decently hurt because he kind of fell back quickly. Oh, and Rick Vincent now on the wall. You get a wall contact. You get a wall contact. Everybody gets a wall contact.
It's like a blank canvas, that white wall. They just want to paint it. So
And this is exactly why we shouldn't be getting rid of Old Charlotte, because then we can just run that and have the nice yellow painted walls. So they won't need to repaint it themselves. Curse you, iRacing.
well, could you imagine if iRacing just left the track state as it was after every race on iRacing? That would be interesting to see.
Oh boy. It'd just be covered in random burnout rubber and people going full speed into the wall after races. Honestly, that would be pretty cool.
Well, we'll bring up another sponsor shout out there. So for the championship winner for the 2025B season, we do have the Blade GT phone up for grabs for our championship winner. So I think that currently is Ruben Phelps, who's sitting in second at the moment. So might be an interesting one. Send that one over the ditch if he can win the championship. Wellman in second as well in the championship, so still got another 14 races to go at the moment, so still anyone's championship up for grabs. That's all thanks to Doogie Mobile, our series sponsor.
Yeah, that wall contact has really hurt that 20 car. Now he's in a sea of green. Look at all those green cars around him. It ain't easy being green.
Well, seeing green, I think Wellman was a lawnmower then, trying to make that pass on the inside. So,
can you still call it lawn mowing if it's AstroTurf?
Maybe he's just taking a pair of scissors to it and need to trim it a little bit or something.
One of those random thought-provoking questions that kind of have no point.
Well, we're almost gone 40 laps now since our caution, so again, we should be seeing pit stops pretty soon, I think. 50% fuel load. I'm surprised. There you go, 38 laps since the last pit stop. So surely we should be coming to pit stops. I wouldn't think they'd have too many more laps under their belt.
Well, you know that everyone can make it to the end after they make this next stop.
Well, who's going to be the first to jump? Are we going to see an undercut or? Ooh, I thought Phelps was going then.
Yeah,
Not even on. Yeah.
chain of the wall. Oh boy! Oh, we got
Andy
Barber.
Going first to jump. So I think Phelps might have been looking at that and realised no one else was maybe going to stop, so he kept running.
Yeah, I feel like now's the time where the undercut absolutely. That's not how you're supposed to enter pit lane.
I think that might be Colin Bennett this time around. Phelps in and Kay Donnelly following. Oof. Bit of oil on pit road entry as well. Entry and exit. Looks like everyone's coming through pit lane this time around. Few opting to stay out. Matty Ray, Wellman, Davidson, Rick Vincent coming in. He was flying in there. I don't know, even Adam Malone, Rick Vincent, Adam Malone coming speeding into pit lane there. So it'd be interesting to see if they get penalties for that one. A few more pit stops happening this time around. Wellman staying out by his lonesome. A few cars further back. We'll have to see if Wellman can get maybe a fresher tyre strategy going on.
Yeah, I don't think that's really going to work. You know, the overcut is only, you know, really effective if you're going 10 or so laps longer than everyone else. If it's only going to be a couple of laps, then you absolutely got to go for the undercut. I just don't think 1 or 2 laps is going to help much. I think it's going to hurt him way more, especially since he's all by himself with no draft. I just don't quite. I don't agree with this strategy.
Well, we'll see how he goes coming into pit lane now. So looks like most got out of pit lane all right. So no little mishaps. Well, we might go to a quick ad break and then we'll be back with the remaining quarter of the race.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You've got what it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and thanks for tuning in tonight for round 4 of the 2025B Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulator OzOVals V8 Supercar Series. While we're away, Kobe just meeting his mates John and Willie once again from last week, but we went caution while we're in our ad break. So it's got a replay there on screen at the moment. Troy Mortensen, Ryan Barber there in that one. Oh, a little bit of contact in the corner there from Ryan onto Troy Mortensen. So third caution out for the night, 3/4 of the way into the race. A few good pit stops through that though.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if it might have been too good of a pit stop though for Adam Malone, because we were talking about that during the commercial break, and I was wondering if you wonder if he might have taken less fuel or something, and with him giving up the lead to come down when in theory everyone was supposed to be good to go. I think, yeah.
19-second pit stop for Adam Malone. So I wonder if he didn't maybe take tyres or something in that pit stop and just took fuel and was a bit quicker, or maybe took less fuel and maybe was hoping for this to happen. Caution. So Craig Roffey though getting a nice pit stop as well, making his way to the front. We are caution at the moment, third one for the night, 3/4 of the way into the race. We did manage to get a green flag pit stop run though, so that was nice to see.
Yeah, it's always awesome when you're able to see a cycle of green flag stops.
Well, as I say, cautions bring cautions, and we know there's a few faster guys that are a little bit further back in this pack at the moment that are going to be trying to itch their way through the field, and it's going to be interesting to see. Craig Roffey at the front there, up 10 spots. Rick Vincent, Matty Raymond up 18. So good run for them at the moment. Pretty consistent run there for Phelps and Sagasser. And just forming up now as the pace car lights have gone off so we can get underway again. Looks like a little bit of formation problems at the back there. Not sure which lane he was supposed to be in there for Jason. A little bit of a fix-up. A little bit further back in the field. But pace car almost losing it in that oil slick coming into pit lane and about to go green once more. Craig Roffey taking us to the flag and getting a nice jump there. Phelps caught napping. Matty Ray coming up on the inside of him. Not quite able to get the momentum though. Rick Vincent getting a good run around the outside of Matty Ray. And Troy Davidson from the back there. We saved it. Oh, Wade Sheedy straight into the back. One of the barbers come flying through too. Ooh.
Yeah, we stay green.
I reckon that's a pop tyre on that car too. There's sparks coming off of that. Almost just like real V8 supercar restarts off the starting line when someone doesn't go.
Yeah, like you see Maxfield and Pritchard get together. Maxfield's no speed from that. Sheedy pulls out to make a pass, and oh look, a Wild Simboys car appeared. And man.
Well, he definitely caught that one. Got to catch him all, but he caught that one instead. And it looks like he's parked that car for the night from Wade Sheedy, so probably got quite a bit of damage out of that one. Lachlan Purvis with a meatball as well, I see. So
yeah, I think he's been on pit road for pretty much the entirety of the race.
Laps.
Yeah.
That meatball's been there for quite a while, but three wide and Matty Ray into the wall. Craig Roffey leading the way. Rick Vincent up into second. Very good comeback run for Rick Vincent after losing his front bumper before we even went green. Wellman going around the outside. Looks like he's got a nice run around the outside there as well. That's going to get closed off by Craig Roffey as he rubs the wall.
Now he's got another green card right behind him, and Gary Wellman.
Andy Barber's trying to get back to the front there as well. He's trying to get through, but too wide. It's going to be a hard task to try and pass through this at the moment. Rick Vincent making the run. He's going to get that lead off Craig Roffey. Be quite the story tonight, James, if Rick Vincent pulls out the win on us.
Yeah, this has to be one of the comeback drives of the century here at OzOVals, if he can pull this one off. Oh!
Wellman into the back of Roffey there, getting a little bit loose. Trying to find the... We're going three wide. Can't quite get that... Ooh.
Yeah, this is very nearly green car and green car violence. Oh boy. Everyone's sliding up.
Ooh-wee. Craig Roffey going down low. It's come up again, just trying to get a bit of distance. And he's going to find Roman. He's going round in the pit lane. Oh no.
Oh.
Tom Pritchard and Todd Maxfield into pit lane to avoid that. There's just carnage going everywhere. Tony Roffey round, one of the barbers, Ryan Barber, I think.
Ryan.
There.
Wow.
Ooh-wee. That's going to be a basket to unpackage. Let's go to replay on that one.
That was a very expensive corner for the Southern Stars team. Oh, wow. Wow, what a hit. Oh. So yeah, you see Craig slides up, makes contact with Gary, and then they keep stacking up. Somehow Ruben gets away with that. We got 2 cars down pit road. Matson hits Wellman, and then they're stacking up still up on the racetrack. They're 5 wide, and then Ryan gets turned by, I think it was Kim Rafi into the outside wall. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, because I need to see that again. There's a
huge impact there.
I
might have to check if Ryan Barber's still alive after that one. Oof.
Yeah, that nuked almost the entirety of Southern Stars right there. Yeah, I couldn't even break down everything because there was so much going on in that one little bit of the front stretch. Wow. And I would love to watch the onboard of Ruben Phelps because I don't know how he survived that one. It has to be one of the biggest wrecks we've seen in the series.
We need a few onboards from everyone further back because there was a lot to
no
take
kidding.
place there. I don't think he even made contact with Craig Roffey there. He sort of just checked up enough to just miss that.
Yeah, that was amazing. The whole time I'm expecting him to get hit from behind and launched into it, but he did an incredible job and really gave you a great view of what actually happened. And it just... I want to say it's like a bit of a racing deal because you see Craig go up and then you see Gary kind of track down just a tiny bit, and that was enough. They met in the middle and that was enough to start whatever the heck that was.
Well, 12 laps to go. Pace car lights are off. Rick Vincent...
Also, and Troy Davidson is missing half of his rear bumper.
Well, usually it's the front that falls off, not the back. But be interesting to see how that one goes.
We got the comeback drive still going on for Rick Vincent.
Well, this time round it will be going green, hopefully to finish. Rick Vincent's got Shane Roffey in behind him as well, so a nice little drive there for Shane tonight as well. So they should get a nice jump on this restart. See if they can catch Phelps sleeping again, which they do.
Yeah.
Rick Vincent getting a real nice jump.
Yeah, everyone on the outside line tonight has not gotten a good restart. The leader has been shot out of a cannon each and every time. Oh, someone in the wall in the back.
It's like Kate Donnelly just in front of the pack here as well, possibly. It's going to be interesting. No front bumper on
yep.
that car either.
Yeah, I'm guessing he was one of the many casualties of that massive crash a few laps ago.
Andy Barber making the moves around Shane Roffey. Ruben Phelps on the inside as well. Caution on the back there.
Oh, it's like Wellman and Tony Roffey.
Ooh. Yeah, once again, Wellman getting caught up in that.
Oh. That's almost like a carbon copy of what caused the first two cautions tonight.
Almost looked like Todd Maxfield just trying to flick Tony Roffey off the car there as well.
With the
well, we're under caution once again. Got a event coming up on June the 13th. James, you can fill us in on that one.
Yes, it is the fifth running of the Vintage Indy. It is a multi-class race with the IR01, the 09 IndyCar, the Lotus 49, Lotus 79, and the Asphalt Sprint Car at Indianapolis, paying homage to the various famous eras of the Indianapolis 500 in the most brain-dead and wacky way possible, with 5 different types of cars that absolutely should not be sharing the same track. So it has been an absolute blast every time we've done this event, and can't wait for it, and can't wait to see everyone there.
That sounds like a bit of fun and a little bit of a mix-up of cars as well.
It is.
Yep.
Yes, it will be open hosted session, and the registration opens at 8 p.m. American Eastern Standard Time. So first come, first serve.
And open setup, I'm gathering on that one.
Oh no, fixed setup.
Fixed. Alrighty.
Yeah, there's not going to be any engineering going on in a race this serious and straightforward. We don't do that here.
Well, I mean, maybe a little tweak here or there might get one of those cars a little bit faster than the other. Could be interesting to see.
Well, the problem for the Asphalt Sprint Car is it's too fast, as in you can't go full throttle in it, because if you do, you're literally feeling the tires endlessly spinning because there's so much power it won't grip at full throttle. So yeah, the only way we would make it go faster if we decide to throw a big old wing on it like some do, but wings are for cheaters, so we don't do that.
Well, I would have thought maybe that car, but I don't even own that car. I don't have the Asphalt Sprint cars, but thought that would have been a bit of fun on there, and probably might cause a bit of carnage with that one too.
Oh, it is. I highly recommend it. That is what I will be racing.
Yep. Well, I might stay away from that one.
Coward!
You might have to remove me from the session. Getting involved in too much. But pace car lights, the Outrick Vincent leading us away again. Alongside Braden Sagerser, Andy Barber in behind. Again.
Much better jump for the outside, but everyone behind didn't.
Looks like Braden's going to make that run around the outside. Oof. Andy Barber trying to make the run on the outside as well. A little bit of a gap back to Phelps. So we've got a 3-car fight for the lead of this race with 5 to go.
Yeah, Andy's having a comeback drive of his own. We saw him fall through the field with that damage, but he's making a great recovery, battling for the race lead again. Might jump on board maybe with maybe Rick Vincent there for a lap in these final laps and take us around Charlotte there for a moment. Really using that brake, tapping that brake all through the corner there. Braden Sagasa, but right on the back of Andy Barber. Ooh, that could have been almost dangerous there. Trying to find that inside to get that run. Ooh. Oh, man.
This is heating up at the front here.
This is going to end in tears.
Ruben Phelps and Matty Ray just sitting back waiting for the moment at the front to try and just pounce. Two laps to go. Andy Barber out front. Braden Sagasa second. Rick Vincent third. Once again, we got that 2 wide racing going a bit further back. White flag out this time. Braden's getting up alongside Andy Barber, trying to make that move on the outside. Rick Vincent trying to find a way through.
Oh,
there's
crashed in the
big
back.
hit in the wall. Rick going up wide. That might give Ruben Phelps the
Rick
run.
in the
It's
wall.
giving Phelps the run on the inside. Big wash out there for Rick Vincent, losing the podium.
And it's Andy Barber with the win. Wow.
There's some big carnage going on in the background as well, but we'll go through our results. Andy Barber with the win. Nice strong run for Andy Barber tonight. Braden Sagasa in second, closely. Ruben Phelps with the come-through run. Rick Vincent, unfortunate, just washing out on the last corner into the wall. Matty Ray, your top 5. Troy Davidson, 6th. Scott McClintock, 7th. Nice little run there. Shane Roffey in 8th. Shannon Wright in 9th. Craig Roffey in 10th.
And the rest of the finishing order is Nicholas Walsh bringing it home in 11th. Troy Mortensen recovering from his earlier incident for P12. Jason Tyerman in 13th. Tom Pritchard saw him up front a lot early on, but bringing it home 14th. Gary Wellman 15th. Derek Jacobs 16th. Todd Maxfield 17th. Tony Roffey, Peter Matson, and Perry Anastakis rounding out the top 20. And Cade Donnelly 1 lap down in 21st. Adam Malone in 22nd. Kim Roffey in 23rd. Ryan Barber in 24th. Wade Sheedy in 25th. Colin Bennett in 26th. And Lachlan Purvis in 27th.
Alrighty, well, we'll get our drivers up into the booth with us in just a moment. So we'll have a chat with our podium, and don't go away.
You've got what it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and that is round 4 of the 2025 Doogie Mobile and Everything Simulated OzOVals V8 Supercar Series, brought to you by TWR Setups, 131 Web Radio Networks, and Inside Lane Productions. We've got our podium in the booth, and kicking off, we have Ruben Phelps coming home in third. How you going, Ruben?
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, that was some eventful race, that one.
Yeah, walk us through that. I heard you on comms when you were sort of sitting there in the sort of top 5-6 spots there, and trying to maybe get the boys in front to a little bit of cautionary warning maybe to take it easy.
Yeah, there was a couple of teams out there that seemed to keep getting into one another. So I was like, when they started bouncing off each other, there was somebody behind me that was sort of going in the corner a bit hard, sort of, yeah. So I was sort of saying, be careful, there's a little bit going on in front here. So trying to be a little bit more courteous. But yeah, when I saw the bumping, I was like, I'm just going to sit here, chill. And that's pretty much how I ran the rest of the race. Because, oh, man, it just seemed like everybody wanted to get into one another tonight.
Yeah, well, sort of when you said that, well, I actually saw you go to the front after sitting back for a little bit, and I was thinking to myself, well, maybe the front's not a bad place to be with them behind you, but again, as you said, there was a lot of pushing from behind tonight as well, we saw.
Oh, yeah, no, they had to try and look after tyres and then sort of wait for them to burn their stuff up, battle more, and then once their tyres sort of fell off and they were sort of separating, I was like, okay, I'll go and try and get the sort of front now, so I know I don't have to freaking slow down every time they hit each other. So I thought I'll get to the front now, and it only lasted a couple of laps, and then I think one of the Andy or Ryan got in front, but either way, it was a good race.
Yeah, it definitely was pretty action-packed, and you had a nice clean run for yourself, so good job coming home in third.
Oh yeah, mind you, there was that one big wreck off 4, and I was right in the middle, everything right in front of me, and somehow I got arc braked right through it, so I'll thank the guy that hit me further than otherwise, that helped.
Yeah, said it looked like you just checked up enough to miss the rear bumper of Craig Roffey there, and managed to get pushed on through and avoid all of that, so it all worked out quite well for you.
Exactly, but another podium, so it's all go in the points.
Yep, well, I believe you're currently leading the championship, so third place again in the bank. You had third week at Daytona last week, and another third on the podium, so that'll all help you.
Exactly, race clean and the results will come.
Yep, just don't make it a fuel race at the end and pit.
Yeah, there was a couple of moments that was going on through the race too, but yeah, I just race what you can race.
Yep, that's it. But well done on third tonight, and we'll let you have a shout out to your sponsors, and we'll let you go.
Of course, you guys for putting the broadcast on. Of course, SRM Australia, Matty Ray there joining tonight. Of course, our new sponsor TWRS. Of course, Cut 6 Sticker Co. Scotch's Race Fuels, Moondog, and our 2 charities of Tears Tourette's Australia and Australia Alopecia.
Alrighty, thanks Ruben, and congrats on another podium, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Alrighty, moving on to second place, James.
Alrighty, our second place finisher is Braden Sagasser. Braden, James up here in the booth, you got a copy?
Copy.
Alright, well, heck of a drive tonight. We saw you get so close to getting Andy for the win. Take us through your plan of attack for the last couple laps.
It was either get in front and try and pull a gap, which I knew was nearly impossible with how strong the draft was, or let him go in front, don't fall too far behind, and then try and get a run on him. Because I knew he would be holding the inside line, so I thought I could try and get around the outside of him. Because I was trying to practice it a couple laps in a row, and it looked like it was working out, and then I just got a bunch of understeer coming into the final corner on the final lap, and it just bit me.
We saw you have a couple of dealings with the couple of the Simboys guys earlier in the race. Take us through what happened with that.
It's just I think it was a bit of a in the moment kind of thing. Just with Cade, I wasn't expecting him I know we were trying to save fuel and I was saving fuel as well, but it looked like he was doing it excessively, and I just bumped him and I was waiting for him to come back up, and he just came back across my nose. And yeah, with Todd as well, I think it was just a bit of beef. I don't know if it was beef or not. I was just, trying to run my own race, and yeah, I think it was just one of those things really. It was just unfortunate. It was two teammates.
Take us through some of the restarts, because it looked like a lot of people who restarted on the outside were struggling, except for you. You were the one person to get a good jump on the outside there on that final restart. Did you notice it a lot more difficult to get that good jump on the outside line?
I think fresh tires really helped with that situation, because I knew Rick was on older tires, so. Yeah, and I don't like to toot my own horn, but I do a decent amount of oval racing as well, so I've got that down pretty well as well with keeping up with the leader. But yeah, the old tires for Rick, I think that's what really got him on that final restart.
All right, well, that was a heck of a performance tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I would like to shout out to Lachlan. I think he got caught up with an unfortunate incident with Todd, I think it was. I think they ran into each other coming down the back straight. So, big shout out to Lachlan, because I knew he would be up there as well. And yeah, just the 1-9 boys. Just waiting for Chris to come back, because I know he's dealing with a difficult situation at the moment with the floods down in New South Wales. But hoping he can come back shortly.
Alrighty, well, fantastic performance tonight, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Alright, thank you, Matt.
Alrighty, well, now we move on to our man of the moment, and we got Andy Barber in the booth. Andy, how you going?
Pretty good, fellas. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Nice little run tonight. Had come away with a win at Charlotte.
Yeah, gee whiz, had to work for it. I mean, there wasn't too much at the finish line there on the outside with Braden's run, but yeah, no, happy to have the shorter run to the line on the last lap, and yeah, trying to hold him off those last two laps, driving pretty defensive, was pretty tight going into 3 and 4 on the low line. So very interesting, but yeah, no, happy to come away with the win tonight.
Yeah, had some pace there tonight. I thought the 1-9 boys had the front row locked in qualifying, and then suddenly you popped up there with Tom as well taking the pole. So good run for Southern Stars tonight, and even Ryan Barber showing some good pace out there as well until a bit of an unfortunate accident happened. But that would have been good to see him on the podium with you.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a few series of unfortunate events tonight, but his driving's come along well, and yeah, no, running up the front and running the strap was interesting, and yeah, running up front was pretty good in the clear air early, but when I kind of had to drop off and pit, it was pretty hard with all those cars on the inside line, so essentially I had to go back to like 15th or 16th just to get in the pit road. So yeah, it was kind of tough, but yeah, we made it happen, and kind of saved the tyre those first couple of stints, and yeah, had a set up the end to use, and I thought I might have taken with around about 89, 90 laps to go, and there's 10 laps there to something to fight with and attack with, and lucky I did, because yeah, I had Braden to fight there at the end.
Yeah, nice. Didn't really even, I don't know, through the whole broadcast tonight, I didn't really consider being tyres being much of an impact through the race. Everyone just sort of looked like they were just going hard, and everyone was good, some pack racing. In the top 10 they were sort of, you guys filed out to a single line, and then behind was still double line racing, so a bit interesting to see that, as you'd think either everyone would go single or everyone would be double. So
yeah, I guess the most surprising thing for me tonight was just how intense the draft was. Just the difference between people with new rubber and some people with, 10, 15 lap old tyres, they were managed to stay with us even with new rubber because the draft was just so powerful tonight. And I think that was kind of the case at the end there because I think Braden and I both had fresh rubber, and I wasn't too sure if Rick did or not, but he was able to keep with us and fight for a podium position at the end there in the powerful draft. But yeah, that's probably what caught me out by surprise the most tonight. But yeah, happy the way it ended.
Yeah, nice. Well, can't complain with the win. So good job there. And we'll let you have a shout out to your sponsors.
Yeah, no worries. Just thanks to the team, first and foremost. Obviously, Adam, Tom, Junior, all in the team tonight. And you guys for putting on the broadcast every week. We really appreciate it. We love to log off and go watch it on the days off and after the race is finished. So without the broadcast, it wouldn't be as interesting. And Inside Lane for hosting that. And obviously our sponsors for Southern Stars Esports, Mrs. Excel Garage Race Parts, roll cages and tools that enhance your track experiences, RBI Trading Cards, 7-Eleven. We picked up a new sponsor this week, Sydney Pool Services. So reach out to Tom for all your pool needs in the Sydney area. And Beyond Blue and the Southern Stars crew. And a last shout out to Mike and Rose up at Barham Heads cheering us on tonight.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Andy, and good run tonight. And yeah, shame about Junior's race, the way that finished, but that's how some things go sometimes. So we'll let you get back to your team and celebrate the win.
No worries. Have a good night, guys. Thanks.
Cheers, mate. Well, that was Charlotte, James. A lot of action-packed racing there tonight.
Yeah, that was definitely a up and down race, but man, that finish did not disappoint. And yeah, that was definitely a race of all time.
Yeah, definitely wanted the comeback drive for Rick Vincent there, but wasn't meant to be tonight, unfortunately. Would have been good to see him with a podium after the eventful start, or lack of start. So that would have been the story of the night, but sadly not. So we move on. Next week we go to Chicagoland, but probably be running a poll in the Discord as well for all the drivers. So have a look out for that one for next week. And being a long weekend here in Australia, so we'll go off the driver's vote if we run or if we have a week off for that one. But might push that back. So jump on Discord, have a look at that one if you catch this message on the broadcast. Otherwise, you'll see that pop up in Discord. Anyway, but that's it for us in the booth tonight. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and our sponsors, Doogie Mobile, Everything Simulated, TWR Setups, 131 Web Radio Network, and Inside Lane Productions. Kobe Jordan behind the cameras doing a great job again tonight, and myself, Paul Jackson, and James Watson in the booth. So from us here at Inside Lane Productions, we wish you a good night.